Hey, it's Dr. Kim with Chiropractic, and I thought I'd give you guys some tips and advice, considering that I've been going on my 25th year of practice and seeing my fair share of patients who have been involved with motor vehicle collisions. And especially summers here, lots of people are driving, and obviously, with many more people on the road, the chances of getting a collision percentage wise gets higher. And so, first of all, there's some patients that didn't even know that here in our office that we did take care of patients who were involved in car collision. They thought that was just for emergency room doctors or your primary care physicians or urgent care centers, and that's completely false. And so, just to start off, just to give you a couple of tips, like a public service announcement to give you some advice. This is not legal advice because I'm not an attorney, but just from doing this for 25 years, here's some of the things that I've gathered and I've been seeing going on within this realm. Number one, the biggest thing I'm seeing lately is the person at fault's insurance has been, without even knowing what the injuries of the patient are asserting basically their thoughts about what the case value is. And we don't want to make this conversation about money, but unfortunately they do. And they basically are negotiating and giving, under false impressions, a settlement offer to patients before they even checked. And that's pretty crazy. I don't know how they're getting away with that, but or how even ethical that is. And I've had so many patients who unfortunately have signed these things before even getting checked. And to their dismay, they get checked and find out that they were much more injured than they actually thought. So, and they've already signed and they've got their money wired to their account and they just didn't know any better. And so I would say consult with an attorney to get some of that free legal consultation advice, to call them and have someone advocating for you. And if that is the case for some of you watching this video, before you even sign on with an attorney, there are certain attorneys that are obviously much more reputable and better than others. And so if you need some advice regarding that, please don't hesitate to call us at the office. But the biggest thing that I see is that even patients who think just because they didn't get any broken bones, they ache and they hurt, they're in pain, but they don't think because there's no quote unquote serious catastrophic injuries that they don't think that they are eligible to get care. And that's absolutely false as well. And so, um, a couple of tips that you can be doing on your own is that you want to be doing something immediately to help with how your body responds, how you get better and improve. You don't want to just sit there. And so you want to be icing, you want to be doing whatever you can to get better. But if that is the case, if you or a loved one or a coworker or a family friend has been involved in a car collision, we would love the opportunity to go ahead and take care of them. I can pride myself in saying that we do it very well. And the goal is always to get the patient better as efficiently and as effectively as we can, and to work with a team of other doctors, if we can't help you, to provide the necessary next steps of care to get you better. And so yeah, that's just the tip of the day for today is please do not allow these insurance companies to give you some really bad, poor advice and allow you to be taken advantage of. And that's one of my biggest things. I hate good people getting taken advantage of. And so the other thing is, double check your policies. I'm surprised to see some of these policies come across and see that they are underinsured. And that's something that you don't want to catch yourself with, especially these days with the economy getting harder. More and more people in Arizona are driving uninsured. And so you don't want to get caught in so many ways with your pants down where you don't have enough insurance coverage to cover you and your loved ones in your vehicle that have been injured. And so if you have any questions regarding that, feel free to bring them by. We'd be more than happy to give you some advice on what to do and what policies would benefit you in the event that injury occurs that is not your fault, obviously. So, and we can even direct you to call your own agent and to have that healthy discussion. And but key things you want to be looking out for is making sure that you have some med pay and you have enough uninsured and underinsured coverage. And there's not a day that a patient comes by and they say that they were rear-ended, there was a hit and run, and so obviously it falls into their own insurance. And I can be more than happy to go off on a different discussion with insurance and how that works as well. But the biggest thing is just protect yourself. Know what your rights are, and get help, get care, because it sucks when patients think that they're doing well, and then 6 months later, 3 months later, a year later, they start experiencing symptoms and pains that they don't even connect the dots because it's been so long ago from a car collision that happened before. And we don't want you to be living with those devastating effects as a result of that. So feel free to give us a call at the office, 623-334-4114. And we would love to help and direct you and to guide you. And even if it's not in our office, we would love to guide you and to give you the best possible advice as possible. All right? You guys have a good, wonderful Monday.